Samuel Leeds here, welcome to Winners on a Wednesday. This week we have a fantastic winner. We have Raheem.
Hello, Samuel. Nice to meet you.
Good to have you on the show. All the way
Thank
from
you.
Sierra Leone. You moved down to England when you were 15
Yes.
with absolutely nothing.
Correct.
You're now financially free.
Yes.
High five, bro. In your 20s,
27.
27.
Correct.
It all started when you read my book, Buy Low, Rent High.
Correct.
Tell us the story.
Basically, I was searching in the internet to understand about properties, wanted to know about property, then one of your videos came up. Had listened to the video to understand what you're talking about, and then all of a sudden I heard about your book, which I then ordered online. I can't remember if I had it free or I paid
Probably
for it.
free.
Yeah, I think it was
literally,
free.
can I just say one thing? You achieved financial freedom, and
Yes.
you're now making how much? Like $7 grand a month?
Yeah, I'm making about £7 grand a month. Yes.
Starting with nothing.
Correct.
And in order to get to there,
Yes.
from me, you got a free book,
Yes.
free YouTube videos,
Yes.
and a free 2-day crash course.
Yes, actually, what I did when I bought that book, it wasn't enough for me. I had to buy the audio CD as well.
All right,
so I
okay.
listened to it over and over and over. If you go to my car right now, that's what I play.
Oh, wow.
When I came to the course that we're doing right now, as
Yeah.
well as when I go back home. So obviously that has helped me greatly, especially the template you had there about how to secure no money down there.
Yeah.
So I literally memorized. I know exactly everything word by word.
That is
on
so
how to
cool.
put
You
the
probably
deal
know the book better than I know the book now.
Right, okay.
So
Good to know.
you bought the book. When did you purchase the book, Buy Low, Rent High?
I would say I bought the book in August.
Last year.
This year.
This year?
Yeah, this
wow.
year, yes.
So
I
you bought
bought
the
it.
book in August.
Yeah, in
But
August.
before that, you were watching all of my YouTube videos.
Yeah, I was watching all your YouTube videos, trying to understand. But you were too good to be true, to be honest with you. But then when I realized that what you're doing is actually real, and you are doing what you're saying as well, that's the time I started. I then registered to, I then subscribed to your YouTube channel so I can understand what you're doing. Follow your journey for about a week or so. Then I bought the book, then I bought the CD. Then I said, definitely I'm going to attend one of your crash courses.
That's so cool. And you were telling that. Let's rewind, because right now you're doing really well. You're making £7,000 a month.
Yes.
You've got a rent-to-rent business. You started from nothing.
Right.
I want you to tell us the story of how you did that.
Right,
But I
okay.
want to start by you telling. I want to know a little bit about your background. So tell us a bit about. I know you're not from a wealthy background at all, are you?
Yes, of course. I'm from Sierra Leone, I would say Guinea as well, because one of my parents are from Guinea. Moved to the UK at the age of 15 without my parents, so I had to
Without your parents?
Without my parents.
So you moved at 15. Who was looking after you?
I was looked after by a foster mom, actually. So, well, I grew up in London where there was lots of crime, so I was able to do stuff to distract myself from involving in all those kind of crimes. Was able to go to college, then move on to universities. I did a degree on accounting and finance, then worked as an accountant.
I mean,
also.
that's impressive.
Yeah,
going from coming down at 15 with no parents in foster care to then going to university is a massive achievement.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thank you.
I mean, massive achievement.
Thank you.
So I mean, what was the lowest point for you as a teenager? When were you the most kind of lost, if you like?
Is when I was in school, when we had parent meetings and I had to have my foster family to come around without my real family. It was one of my lowest points, but at the same time it motivates me because they were there for me.
Thank God that they were there,
yes,
right?
Of course, yes.
Do you still speak to your parents?
Yes, I do, now and then. Yes, I do call them, talk to them sometimes. So yes, I still have contact.
And you still
with them.
speak with your foster parents?
Yes, of course.
Of course.
She's my mom, basically, because she brought me up in a way that I could
that's
do what I do right now.
a
Yes.
very interesting background. So,
Thank you.
I mean, it's easy. Sometimes people say, I bring people on the show and they say, oh, it was easy for you, or you know, your parents gave you money, or your parents, not only did they not give you money, they couldn't even look after you as a teenager.
No. So yes, when I moved to, I used to work in the city as well for a year or so. I moved to Cardiff, because of
why Cardiff?
It's because of a job, basically. I moved there because the company was migrating to Belgium, Brussels. I decided I did not want to go to Brussels then. I rather stay in the UK. And London was too busy to me also. I thought probably I may not be able to achieve my potential in London because I've got family and friends around. So I thought probably if I move out of London, I can reflect to myself and achieve what I want.
So now you've got a good job. You've qualified as an accountant and you're living in Cardiff.
Yes.
What was your income? What were you making as an accountant?
Well, as an accountant, I was earning about £30,000 a year.
Brilliant.
Right, for a start. But I thought all the time that I needed lots of money to get into property until I saw your videos, obviously.
Yeah,
Then I realized.
so you're making 30 grand a year,
Right.
and you had a desire to get out of that
Right.
and go into property, but you thought you needed loads of money.
Correct.
And why did you want to get into property at all?
Because I want to be financially free. I like to not to be told what to do, basically, and also I wanted to find a way that I would be financially free before I am, say, 30 years old, which
Yeah.
I have achieved now.
Yeah.
Which I think it's a brilliant thing to do then, because obviously it only took me about a year for me to be
That's
financially
incredible.
free.
So when you were working for someone else, I mean, did you enjoy being an accountant or not?
When I started, yes, I enjoyed it, but then it just become boring, and also I did not like to be told what to do, as I've told you, and I just wanted to be independent, really.
You've also got a massive heart. I know you're you were very drawn to some of our charitable projects. You want to come out to Africa.
Yeah, of
you
course.
want to help out with the charitable projects.
Yes.
And I assume that was a big reason for you in wanting to become financially independent as well, right?
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is one of my reasons, because that's the reason why I really wanted to meet you in person. So, because I believe we can work together in a way, supporting charities as well as in a business stance, because I believe in giving back to community. I started that since I was young as well. When I was 15, I used to be a youth ambassador in Croydon and represent the young youth.
Mate,
in
you are an
Croydon.
amazing human being, by the
So,
way.
yes, I believe in that. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to work with you, so we can help our community become better.
That's incredible. I inspired you, and you inspire me, bro.
Fantastic,
You
thanks.
really inspire me, bro. And I'm just so glad to just, begin to build a friendship with you now.
All right, thank you.
You came to the crash course in August.
Right.
September.
Sorry.
September, and that was this year.
Yes.
And that's insane. That was like 2 months ago.
Correct.
And man, what happened at the crash course?
Well, I went to the crash course from a recommendation from a friend of mine, Ann Waters.
Yeah, because again, this is a pattern here. Winners on a Wednesday. You saw Paul and Anne on Winners on a Wednesday.
Right.
Did you doubt their story? Did you think it might be fake?
No.
You know?
I know it was 100% true, because I've met them and they've told me what they were doing.
You've
there.
now met them, but when
Yes.
you first watched them, were you a bit suspicious?
I was a bit suspicious because it was a bit too good to be true.
Yeah,
basically.
but the thing is, people will be watching this right now,
Yeah.
and they'll be suspicious of you.
Of course, yes.
And they'll probably reach out to you
Yeah.
in the same way that you reached out to Paul and Anne.
Right, yes.
It's just a rippling effect.
Of course,
Because
yes.
I inspire someone, they then go and produce an electrifying, amazing story,
Right.
which then inspires someone else,
Yes.
which has a rippling effect.
Yes.
Which is why I just love doing this.
Yes, exactly. So
you
I
saw
cannot thank you enough, basically, because if I hadn't met you, I wouldn't have the motivation and the hunger
Yeah.
to move on. Because since I've went to a crash course in September, I was able to close about 6 deals.
That's it. Actually, from the crash course?
Yeah, from the crash course, I was able to see.
What kind of deals were there?
There were 4 rent-to-rent deals. They're making me £700 a month.
Wow.
Net each.
So you came on the crash course. It was a free crash course.
Yes, of course, yes.
You got 6 deals.
Yes.
You had no money.
Yes.
4 of them were
Yeah.
rent to rents.
Correct.
And they were making you and they're just HMOs in Cardiff.
Fully licensed for 5 years as well, so I don't even have to pay for the HMO license.
And they're making you £700 a month each. What were the other 2 deals?
The other 2 deals are buy-to-let deals, and again.
How did you get the finance?
Good question. So what happened was I had a property that I bought not long ago. I used that as I used my rent-to-rent cash flow, the money I've already saved on my rent-to-rent,
Yeah.
to put for one of the deals down.
Oh, so you found 2 deals on the crash course that were buy-to-lets, 4 deals that were rent-to-rents.
Right.
The cash flow from the rent-to-rents you put in a pot and you use that towards the deposit.
Correct. That's exactly what I did. And the other
Wow!
property, yes. and the other property, what I did was, it's a no money down deal, basically. I had
Yeah.
a property.
Yeah.
I'm using bridging
Yeah.
to fund the deal 100%. So basically, I'm not going to put any money in it apart from the refurbishment cost.
This is too good to be true sounding.
Yes, it
Like,
is.
this is incredible.
Right.
What did you learn at the crash course that enabled you to go and find 6 deals?
What I've learned was, no matter who you are, if you're hardworking and you've been guided, you can do what you want to do in life. It's all on you.
Yeah.
I believe in working hard, and then your luck would come.
Yeah.
So basically, after the crash course, I worked twice as hard,
Yeah.
just to see if I can get these deals, and then it happens. I set
Yeah.
I set a target Early this year to say I would have at least 6 deals.
Yeah.
End of the year. Thankfully, I am in the progress of
and you've now quit your job.
Yes, of course. Yeah, I did quit it. I had two minds, but I thought probably it's best to quit because I think if I quit, I'll be able to do so many stuff, and I'll be able to learn, empower myself.
So
basically.
now you're financially free.
Yes.
You've quit your job.
Yes.
You're making £7,000 residual income every single month,
Correct.
which is like passive.
Yes.
Have you systemized your rent-to-rent business?
I'm trying to systemize it, and this is where you come in. That's the reason why I like to work with you, because you've got the experience, you've got the knowledge, and you've got the know-how. And
because you've come back now and you've said to me, I mean, just today, and you've said, look, dude, I read your book, I listened to it in Audible over and over and over. I came to your free crash course. I watched all your YouTube videos. I'm now financially free. I'm making $7,000 a month.
Yeah.
I've quit my job. Can we do something else? Kind of thing.
Correct,
Can we move to the next level? Can I help you with your charity stuff? Can I help you? What's next?
Yes.
And now we're talking about, well, I mean, we've got a friendship now. We're talking about doing some charity stuff together.
Correct.
You're here, sat on this show.
Yes.
And I'm going to help you because you're such an amazing person.
Oh, thank you.
Systemize the business.
Okay.
Because at the moment, you're making very good money.
Right.
But you're still having to kind of keep an eye on it.
Yes, of course.
You couldn't leave the country for 6 months.
No, I can't.
You've got to keep... So the next stage is going to be to really systemize that so it's completely passive.
Correct.
Right, okay.
Yes.
I mean, another thing I'll say as well is working hard is really good, but if you remember at the crash course and in the book, because you've listened to it, one of the 7 lies is that working hard alone will make you rich. You have to work smart.
Exactly.
And you have to work with the right knowledge.
Right,
So
correct.
what one piece of knowledge would you give to someone who was, if you were speaking to your 6 month ago self,
Right.
right, you're speaking to yourself 6 months ago or a year ago, before you knew anything about property, what would be the best piece of advice you could give yourself?
Find people like yourself that would have guided me to get to where I am now. I believe if I'd had you in my life then, I would have been 1,000% over what I would have achieved 1,000% over what I've achieved right now, because I may have learned it the hard way, but since I've met you, it has accelerated my business over 50%. So imagine if I'd known you for, say, about 3 or 6 months, it would have been a lot better.
That's good. So basically just get find people that have already done it.
Exactly.
And then copy them.
Copy them.
Because at school, we're told not to copy people. We're told not to use a calculator. We're told not to, but in real life, you should copy people, you should use a calculator and steal the answers.
Yes, exactly. And the good thing about you also, you are so genuine. You don't hide stuff. You tell people the way it is.
Yeah.
You're not going to say, okay, I'm just going to show them a little bit of something and so they can come to my other courses. You just tell them exactly what you do. And if you want to achieve great things, the people need to meet people like you, because you are open and genuine to teach people and let them know how they could achieve independence as well as financial freedom.
Thank you so much for that. Have you got any plans once you've, I mean, you've only been in the game not too long, but once you've started to really build up a wealth pot, have you got any plans to perhaps do anything bigger, or maybe start building your own portfolio or anything like that?
Yes, I'm starting to build my own portfolio now. I've got...
Oh, sorry, you've got 2 already,
yes,
right?
I've already got 2 going now, and I've got another one already.
Yeah.
Less my residential property, so altogether probably 4 to 5. So I'm looking to build that up. My future plans is to work with you, see if we can establish a letting agency or a sourcing agent.
I can do that, man. 100%.
In Cardiff, which I believe we would be able to achieve great deal in helping people around the local community.
Yeah, that's awesome. How is your foster mom, foster parents?
Yeah, foster mom, yes.
The foster mom, what does she think of all this?
Well, I only told her about this not long ago. She is absolutely amazed about it. She's so delighted and she's happy to have been part of my life, and she's really grateful to what I currently do. That's
incredible. Does it feel really nice to have achieved such success from such a misfortunate situation? Like 10 years ago, your life was completely different. Like, how does it feel? Do you sometimes pinch yourself?
It feels absolutely amazing. Sometimes if I pinch myself, I don't even feel it, because it's just unbelievable from where you will start from to where you get to, because you can meet lots of people. Because when I sat down, when I started, I was thinking, how do I start this? Until I seen your video, I would have never known where to go or what to do. But now I've watched the video, I know it is doable, and you're there as a bright example. So I believe I can really achieve big things.
Yeah, and you know how I work. You know, you make a move, I make a move.
Correct.
And you have man, you have making 100 moves. I need to now make 1,000 moves, and I cannot wait to work with you and to really build something big together and help you systemize that business. I'm so proud of you, and I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Oh, thanks very much.
Cheers,
thanks.
bro. My name's Samuel Leeds. Thank you for watching Winners on a Wednesday. Every single week, we interview our success students for your inspiration. You can watch more right here on the playlist. There's a whole playlist of them. But what you'll notice is every single winner on a Wednesday, it always starts with them coming to my 2-day crash course. So if you would like to be a winner on a Wednesday, literally come on my crash course, and who knows, in 3 months' time, you could be here in my offices on this show as a winner on a Wednesday. So get yourself booked on the crash course, watch more, have fun. I'll see you next week.